Thank you. We prepared a form of resolution for your consideration. I think it would be helpful just to kind of give you the background, go over that for the benefit of the board and for the public here. So we initially appeared before you back in 2013 about a project in Lebanon County, Bethel Township, and Northern Lebanon School District. The project was for the construction of a warehouse. We had originally requested a LERTA over the property in 2013, which this board and the township and the school district approved. We then went through a lengthy period where we found prospective tenants. They backed off. We kept looking. That went on for about 1.5 years. The developer ultimately decided, let's go ahead and build the warehouse, at least the shell of it. You know, maybe that will help attract someone. It ultimately did. So now I'm pleased to report that we do have a prospective tenant. As part of those negotiations, they have requested additional changes to the warehouse. The original building is constructed as about 800,000 square feet and is on that property that's covered by the existing LERTA. What the prospective tenant wants to do is they want to add about 200,000 of additional square footage. That square footage would also be on the existing LERTA site, so we're not seeking to have the LERTA expanded. The reason we're here is because the original LERTA resolution, which the board passed, had a 3-year sunset provision. In order to get the benefits of the LERTA, we had to file an application within 3 years. So we did file an application and received the LERTA benefits for the initial 800,000 square footage of the warehouse that was built. But the way the law works and the way the resolution was prepared, we need to seek an additional application. We need to file an additional application to get it to cover that 200,000 of square footage. This has come up in the negotiations with the prospective tenant, and they would like to obviously see that covered as part of the warehouse.
I may have missed this. Does the new have a 3-year sunset as well? Is this
The new, yeah.
okay.
So the new resolution would also have a 3-year sunset. It would not, again, it would not expand the existing boundaries of the LERTA. It would just simply give us an additional 3 years to file an application. I don't think it's going to take that long. In speaking with my client, they're confident that if this goes through, we'll hopefully have an announcement within a few weeks. The prospective tenant is from out of state. They're moving their existing business to Lebanon County. Hundreds of new jobs, so very exciting, but obviously not exciting for the state that they're leaving. So that's why it's kind of secretive right now. We can't reveal who it is yet.
It's amazing to me that this is like the 3rd million square foot project in the last year or so that we've had come through here. It's quite amazing. So, do we have anything further?
No.
John?
I understand the secrecy involved. Can you give us any indication the type of industry?
I'm afraid I cannot.
Okay.
But again, we should have something soon.
Sure. And one other. And do you have to do the same thing with the school district and Bethel? And
Yes, we've already appeared before the township. The township met last week, and they did approve the request. We're going to be appearing before the school district on May 2nd and May 9th. May 2nd for a committee meeting and May 9th before the full board.
And it's my understanding you and your tenant have, or whoever you're contracting with, have agreed to insert the no tax appeal language.
That's correct, Commissioner. We did get that request yesterday, and the resolution that is before you does have that language.
Thank you.
William? Yes.
As I read your letter yesterday or the day before, they all begin to run together, and you reinstated today hundreds of jobs. What does hundreds of jobs mean?
It means that, as you know, once the tenant is in place and the business is up and running, they have the potential for hundreds of new jobs in the area.
200, 300?
I unfortunately don't have an exact number. As of this point, I would just say hundreds of new jobs.
Well, you may have heard by now that I have some issues with the LERTAs for the big box warehouses and the limited number of jobs and the pay quality of those jobs. However, before I continue with that thought, I did vote for this in 2013, so in good conscience, I feel required to vote for it again today. But some of the issues that I have are the very issues that have become clear here this morning, and that is that still, as county commissioners, we're asked to vote on a LERTA, which is significant tax loss to the county, the school district, and the municipality. And I used the expression the last time I talked about this, we're buying a pig in a poke. We have no idea who's coming here, and that's great. We want to bring new industries here, but I think that to some degree I understand the secrecy, but on the other hand, I think it's unfair to come to a governing body like the county and say, hey, trust us, you know, this is what's coming and it's going to be good for you. So from my viewpoint, it would be a lot more beneficial to have good, solid information. You know, I know the precise number of jobs might not be possible, but to speak in nebulous terms like hundreds of jobs, to me, that doesn't mean a lot. So just for the record.
I support the LERTA, and I guess my versus a pig in the poke, I look at it as a bird in the hand. Excuse my
No, that's fine.
metaphor mix there, but only because you know, obviously they're viable. They're moving to Pennsylvania. They pick Lebanon. I don't think that it gets better than that for the employment of our people, and if they are not manufacturing level jobs, but they are moving people in that direction to better employment and supporting their families. That's kind of, I think we can't lose, and it's, I don't think we're losing tax money. I think we're deferring, because we're not getting that tax money now. So we're deferring what we may not have gotten. So anyway, that's just my philosophy, though. You know.
Yeah, well, we have a little bit different philosophy. I'm not opposed to the LERTA. I think it's a good concept. But and Dauphin County actually has, they've totally discontinued giving LERTAs for warehouse space because it uses up considerable acreage, and it will never be high-paid jobs and a lot of jobs. And with the technology the way it is today, warehousing it's a logistics thing, so it's not a people business. Just my thoughts.
If I may emphasize, this is not a total tax abatement. The land with all the improvements on it, the paving, the water, the sewer, curbing, anything like that, anything that's left should there be a fire, all of that is valued and you are paying tax on that. So it's not a free ride, and it's incrementally increasing every year over 10 years.
That's correct. So as you indicated, the current assessment on the property, the property owner is paying that and will continue paying that.
And it will also be updated because of those land improvements.
Okay.
Just one more thing. I would like to thank Commissioner Litz for getting the little disclosure statement about not coming in for reassessment or an appeal during the length of this LERTA. That was a real issue that we ran into before, so I think that's a good move, and I think we should definitely include that in every one going forward. Nope.
We have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the LERTA as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved. Thank you, Tim.
Commissioners.
Thank you.